Welcome back to my channel. So this is some archived footage from Walk Me to Portugal. If you saw my last video, you know that I fell off my bike in Portugal on one of the bike paths and broke my leg. So this is some archived video footage of the Queluz Palace in Lisbon. It's a very beautiful palace, and unfortunately, I would not be able to walk through this today with a broken femur. So I'm glad I got to do it prior to my injury. So this is the front entry to the palace and the grounds, which are very beautiful. Lots of garden space and fountains and statues. It's really pretty. It's quite a contrast to where we actually entered because we went through the palace grounds and came outside and walked around the grounds and everything and approached this, and I was like, oh wow, this is the entryway where the dignitaries and royals would have certainly come to visit in their fancy fine coaches. So you will see the entry that we went through in the back in a moment, which is quite a contrast to this pretty entryway. So I hope you enjoyed the visit to the palace. Sorry that I haven't put a lot of videos out right now, but I hope you understand. I have been actually recording here and there. I just really haven't been in the mood to edit. Although I've spent quite a bit of time immobile and not moving around, I just wasn't in the mood. But this is some of the footage that I have acquired. Like I said, the contrast to the front and the back of the palace, you can clearly see here. It was very cloudy when we arrived, but in a moment the camera will brighten up and you can see, there you go, those cobblestones. And so if you don't already have a broken femur, you can get one over here if you want one, but I don't think anybody wants one. Oh my goodness. So like I said, this is the rear to the palace, and I think today it's basically used mostly for service workers and everybody, really, even guests like us, the commoners, right? So this is how we entered the palace. So when I saw the front later on, I was like, wow, what a difference. So here you go, Queluz Palace in Lisbon. The Queen lived alone in here at one point. Can you believe it? Imagine dancing in here, or I imagine they had parties in these rooms. I do believe it has begun to rain. Not the kind of rain like a kingly or queenly rain, but a rainy rain. I just think I'll walk over here to my queenly window and I'll take a look. Ah, my gardens. My lovely gardens. There are like no caretakers around to talk about. I'm just waltzing around, haha, pardon the pun, in the ballroom. Oh, I do see a guard or an attendant. This is the music room. The detail on this old piano. The windows here are not insulated, so there's no climate control. I imagine that'll take a toll on this museum in the coming years if they don't. This would be the church for the Queen. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's good to be queen or king. Oh my. I didn't expect this.
Look at that wood and ivory cabinet. Pretty. Oh my, that is all carved out of ivory. Wow. Typical azulejos of Portugal, of course. They would definitely be incorporated into a palace. Every room has a view.
Just thought I'd add a little fun fact here. I read somewhere that the Queen continued to live in the palace alone after the king had passed away. She lived here for many years all by herself. I imagine she still had attendants and security and things like that. But other than that, she was alone in this big, beautiful palace.
It's hard to imagine how quiet it is in here and how few people are around me. I feel like I'm the queen and no one's home. Is anybody home? Oh, there, in the back, my king. If you haven't guessed by now, these would be the royal throne. They are smaller chairs than the ones that are featured at the opposite end of the room. Those two chairs back here being more equal in size, which I find interesting. Can't even imagine the price of just one of these, and there are 4 large Chinese vases. This would be the room where the prince would receive people and send them off with the letter or whatever they needed to have, or meet with him. Could step out of his room and come right over here. Private hallway. I mean, he could go wherever he wanted. He was king. Do you know how many times the king walked down these corridors? Many. Clearly the king's chair. Probably would meet with his appointed people to help him decide the day's events. Wow. Look at that. Fantastic. And this is the view from the king's bedroom. The sun's coming out. All he would have had to do was open up these doors and go for a little stroll on the upper part of the garden, because of course there's a garden on the upper level and some fantastic ones below. And then you just pass right back through these curtains. They were. Kings can do whatever they want.
And follow rules, they make good rules, but the kings do it that way.
Oh, so this must be where the kitchen was at one point, and now is a cafeteria. This is the Royal Canal, completely decorated. It just rained pretty heavy yesterday, so we should see something. Oh, there you go. Wow. So this would have been part of the gondola rides. This is really quite impressive. I guess they could control the flow of the water to some degree, but obviously it would need to be higher than what it is at the moment because no gondola could go over that. Really cool. Here the king could come on in and just, you know, pick a piece of fruit probably. Look like some fruit trees. I can't describe the smell, but the closest I can get to is pine and blowing in the fresh, cool breeze with a touch of sweetness from flowers. So earlier I made a commentary about the smell being like pine with sweetness. So I'm not sure, this could be cypress, I really don't know. But I know for sure these are lilies. And after a fresh rain, it makes sense why I would be smelling something sweet. Upon yet another fountain. King Neptune, unfortunately his Triton has gone missing. Maybe Jason Momoa knows where it is. Just another day walking through my royal garden.